The moment you wake up is the most important moment of your entire day. Before the world floods in with noise, demand, and distractions, there is a window, a sacred pause, where your mind is most open, your energy most raw, and your direction most easily shaped. That moment determines whether you drift aimlessly or move with purpose. Napoleon Hill taught that every success story begins with a definiteness of purpose, a clear reason to get up and do the work. And the best time to claim that purpose is the moment your eyes open. Most people waste it. They reach for their phones, scroll mindlessly, and start their day in reaction. But the achievers, they command their morning with intention. They speak life into their goals. They set a tone that the world must follow. What you do in the first 10 minutes after waking can create a ripple that changes everything. Napoleon Hill believed thoughts are things, real, living forces that shape the direction of our lives. That's not just a pretty saying. It's a truth backed by the experience of thousands of successful people he studied. And nowhere is that truth more powerful than in the first few moments after you wake up. Your mind is open, suggestible, and vulnerable. It's like wet cement. Whatever you drop into it first will leave an imprint that lasts the rest of the day. Sadly, most people start their day by reacting. They grab their phone, check texts, scroll through news or social media, and instantly hand over their attention and emotional energy to the outside world. Some replay the past, worrying about yesterday's failures or tomorrow's uncertainties. But there's a better way. Instead of starting your day on autopilot, start with intention. The moment you wake, breathe deeply and declare out loud, "Today, I move closer to my dream." Say it with conviction. Even if it feels awkward at first, do it anyway. This is the practice of mental command, training your mind to obey you before the world has a chance to shape your mood. You are not a machine waiting for input. You are the operator. As Hill famously said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But belief starts with what you choose to think first. That's why your first thought matters. That's why your first words matter. Try the simple mantra every morning. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Let it roll through your chest like thunder. Let it replace fear with focus. You don't need to control the entire day. You just need to command its opening. When you take control of your first thought, you begin to take control of your entire life. Napoleon Hill didn't just suggest that people write down their goals. He insisted on it. He called it the chief definite aim, and he believed that no man or woman could rise to greatness without one. It's not enough to want success. You have to define it. You have to shape it into words. And more importantly, you have to speak into life every single day. That's not superstition. That's strategy. The best time to do this is in the morning. Why? Because your mind is fresh. The noise of the world hasn't crept in yet. Your subconscious, the powerful part of your brain that drives decisions, is wide open, waiting for instruction. So give it one. Go to a mirror. Stand tall. Look yourself in the eye. And speak your goal out loud. Say exactly what you want. Say it with energy. Say it with certainty. And most importantly, feel it. Emotion is the fuel that drives a message deep into your subconscious. Repetition plus emotion, that's the formula. That's how you turn a wish into a belief, and a belief into a result. There was a young woman named Rochelle who worked a low-paying customer service job. Every morning, before she left for work, she'd stand in front of a cracked mirror and declare her goal. I am a six-figure entrepreneur helping women heal through fitness. She wasn't making six figures. She didn't even have a business yet, but she spoke it like it was already true. She did it every morning, even when she didn't believe it, even when she was tired, even when nothing around her looked different. 1 year later, she had her own studio, a brand, and a waiting list of clients. Rochelle didn't change her life overnight. She changed her story and repeated it until her reality caught up. That's the power of spoken desire. When you affirm your chief aim daily, you're not just reminding yourself. You're commanding the universe, and more importantly, commanding yourself to move in the direction of your dream. Speak what you seek until you see what you said. Before the noise, before the scrolling, before the stress grabs hold, there's a chance to tune your mind to the right frequency. Gratitude does that. It shifts your vibration from lack to abundance, from worry to wonder. Napoleon Hill often emphasized that a positive mental attitude was the foundation of all achievement, and nothing creates that attitude faster than gratitude. Yet, most people wake up with stress as their first emotion. They think about what's wrong, what's missing, what didn't happen yesterday. That pattern becomes their fuel, and they wonder why the day feels like a burden. But gratitude breaks that pattern. It invites clarity. It invites better thoughts. It invites opportunity. The practice is simple. Before you touch your phone, name 3 things you're grateful for. Say them out loud. They don't need to be big. You can start with, I'm grateful I woke up, or I'm grateful for this bed, or I'm grateful for a second chance to try again. The point is to open your heart before you open your apps. Gratitude has been proven to rewire your brain, reduce cortisol, and increase dopamine, the chemical tied to focus, motivation, and joy. It literally changes your mental chemistry. From that emotional state, you think clearer. You make better decisions. You respond instead of react. Your brain becomes fertile ground for creative solutions and fresh ideas. That's the mindset of a leader. That's the energy of someone who wins. Try this affirmation after you list your 3. I am grateful for all I have, and I welcome what is to come. Say it with a smile. Say it like you mean it. Gratitude doesn't erase the hard things, but it reminds you that life is still good and getting better. Gratitude is how you prepare to receive the life you've been asking for. One of Napoleon Hill's most overlooked but powerful teachings is this: focus breeds fortune. In a world that glorifies multitasking and endless to-do lists, Hill's wisdom reminds us that it's not how many things you try to do, it's how clearly you aim. That's why every morning, instead of trying to conquer 20 scattered tasks, choose one clear victory. Just one. This is your daily definite purpose. One goal, one meaningful action that moves your life forward. Maybe it's finishing that chapter you've been putting off. Maybe it's finally making that phone call. Maybe it's launching that email campaign or sticking to your diet for a full day. Whatever it is, write it down. Writing activates your commitment. It's no longer just a wish. It becomes a target. When you write, today I will complete chapter 1 of my book, you're not just setting a goal. You're triggering the law of autosuggestion. You're planting a clear instruction into your subconscious mind, telling it what to focus on, what to notice, and what to complete. Your mind will begin to work on it, even while you're doing other things. That's the secret. Your subconscious doesn't argue, it obeys. Make this a morning ritual. Light a candle. Play music that gets you in the zone. Say your goal out loud. Then set a timer and begin. Don't wait for inspiration. Train it. When you hit that one victory, even if it seems small, something powerful happens inside you. You build momentum. You build belief. That small win becomes proof that you can direct your day, and eventually your destiny. Hill said, success is a sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. Start by creating just one win. Stack those wins one morning at a time, and watch how fast your life transforms. Napoleon Hill believed in the power of energy transmutation, the idea that the energy of your body, your emotions, even your frustrations, could be redirected into something productive and powerful. And one of the simplest ways to tap into that force is to move your body in the morning. Physical activity isn't just about health or looking good. It's about shifting your mental state from passive to powerful. When you move, you awaken your willpower. You remind yourself that you are in control. You signal to your brain, I'm up, I'm ready, and I'm moving forward. It doesn't have to be intense. Just 10 push-ups, a 5-minute walk outside, a few slow, intentional stretches in your room. The key isn't how long, it's how purposeful. As you move, visualize success. See yourself walking into the version of your life you're building. See the goals already achieved. See the person you are becoming. The movement anchors the vision. Your blood flows, your brain lights up, and clarity takes over where doubt used to sit. Your confidence rises, and emotional fog begins to lift. You begin your day not reacting to the world, but charging into it. Speak this mantra as you move. Every step I take brings me closer to the life I deserve. Say it with rhythm. Say it like it matters. You are not just exercising your body. You are activating your belief. You are taking what feels like chaos and turning it into fuel. This is how you prime yourself for success, before the world gets a chance to wear you down. Move your body with purpose, and your mind will follow. Every step, every breath becomes a signal that you are alive, focused, and in motion toward better, more powerful you. Napoleon Hill made it a personal discipline to study the minds of great men like Lincoln, Edison, and Ford every morning. Not just once in a while, but daily. He understood that before you can take strong action, you need to build strong belief. And belief is fueled by the words, lessons, and examples of those who've already walked the path. In today's world, the moment you wake up, you're bombarded with distractions, notifications, emails, bad news, gossip. That's mental junk food. And just like your body breaks down without proper nutrition, your mind will weaken without intentional input. That's why Hill taught the importance of feeding your mind before the world gets a chance to fill it with noise. All it takes is 5 minutes. Open a success book, read a paragraph that stirs something inside you, or listen to a short podcast episode or an inspiring talk. It doesn't need to be long. It needs to be rich. Choose voices that elevate you. Try Napoleon Hill himself, or James Allen, Florence Scovel Shinn, or Earl Nightingale. These are voices of timeless power, people who understood the laws of the mind. When you study something that fuels you, you begin to rewire doubt into clarity. Worry begins to fade. Your belief system gets stronger, more aligned, more certain. And certainty is magnetic. It attracts ideas, people, and opportunities. After you read or listen, write down one insight. Just one. Then ask yourself, how can I apply this today? Maybe it's being more persistent. Maybe it's adjusting your attitude. Maybe it's speaking with more courage. The goal is to connect wisdom to action. When you do this every morning, something incredible happens. You don't just learn, you evolve. You stop being a person chasing success and start becoming someone who naturally creates it. Fuel your mind first, and the rest of your day will follow. Before you walk out the door, before you even step into your day, take one quiet moment and close your eyes. Picture the end of your day, not just events, but the feeling. See yourself at 9 p.m., sitting in your favorite chair or lying in bed. You're calm. You're satisfied. You did what you set out to do. You followed through. You finished that task. You had that conversation. You made progress. Maybe it wasn't perfect, but it was forward motion. Visualize it in detail. See the email sent, the checklist completed, the relief on your face. Hear yourself whisper, I'm proud of today. That picture is powerful. According to Napoleon Hill, visualization activates your subconscious blueprint. It programs your internal GPS. Once you've seen the destination, your brain quietly begins to steer you toward it, even through distractions and setbacks. That's the magic. You're not just drifting anymore. You're being pulled by emotional magnetism, drawn toward the outcome you already experienced in your mind. And this works because the subconscious doesn't know the difference between real and imagined. When you feel it first, you create a powerful emotional anchor that guides your behavior throughout the day. Try saying the script out loud. I see myself at 9 p.m., feeling proud. I finished my goal. I made progress. Say it with conviction. Let the image pull you. Let it become a silent compass that brings you back when the day tries to scatter your energy. This isn't daydreaming, it's strategy. It's one more way to take control before the world tries to take it from you. The more vivid your vision, the more naturally you'll begin to act in alignment with it. And by nightfall, that vision won't just be imagined, it'll be real. Before you step into the noise, the traffic, the conversations, the opinions, speak strength over your life. Don't just hope things go well. Command it. Walk to the mirror, shoulders back, chin up, and look yourself in the eye. Say it clearly. Say it with fire. No obstacle can outlast my will. I am ready. I am unstoppable. Let the words hit you in the chest. Let them rise louder than doubt. Napoleon Hill taught that belief, when spoken with conviction, carries more power than silent wishes. You are not stepping into a neutral world. You're stepping into a battlefield of distractions, fears, and unexpected problems. But this declaration becomes your armor. It reminds you that you are not here to survive the day. You're here to shape it. Speak with the force of someone who already knows who they are. Speak as the architect of your destiny, not the victim of your circumstances. Because the moment you claim that identity, the world begins to respond differently. Energy follows certainty. And when your words match your belief, nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop you. Not today. Not ever. If you truly want to change your life, you have to start with your morning. Not someday, tomorrow. These 7 steps aren't just feel-good routines. They're the tools used by people who build empires, lead movements, and rise from nothing to something. First, choose your first thought. Don't let the world decide your mood. Then, speak your goals out loud with power and emotion. Start your day in gratitude, because a grateful heart attracts more to be grateful for. Identify one clear victory to create, and let that single focus drive your actions. Move your body with intention. It wakes up your willpower. Feed your mind with words that lift and sharpen you. And finally, visualize your success as if it already happened. Because once your mind accepts it, your actions will follow. This is not magic. It's mental conditioning. It's how successful people program their day before distractions have a chance to derail them. You don't have to change the world today. Just change your morning. The world will follow. If this inspired you, don't scroll past, comment Morning Power if you're ready to start tomorrow differently. And subscribe for more secrets they didn't teach you in school.